Here in Whitefish Bay, Ontario, one person stepped forward looking for answers to the suicide problem in his community. And he found what he was looking for on the internet. Spurred on by the Anishinaabe Aski Nations chiefs, the Nan Youth Council is a group of youth dedicated to tackling the suicide issue head on. They are currently traveling to 49 communities in their treaty area, and when AJ White asked them for help, they paid him a visit.
I think we went through, I believe, 7 suicides like in a matter of a year and a half. It becomes a domino effect. It's like, or I thought it became like, one friend would take his life because of something, then just throw, their group of friends into this tailspin, and they just think, well, why should I live too, It just becomes if you go, I go type of deal. You have no one to intervene, no one to make it stop. What I did is I was able to engage in with some of the leadership in our community and talks with trying to find answers. They held a lot of community gatherings and a lot of discussion. Like, what can we do? Then I just came up and just said, I'd really like to start this youth group. And they were really supportive of our decisions. So and then they said, well, you guys just go ahead, do what you got to do, and we'll give you our full support.
We were actually approached by this community that we're in, Whitefish Bay First Nation, which is in Treaty 3, which is a different tribal area than I work with. And I think Whitefish Bay has, recently experienced a suicide crisis. They've had 7 losses in the past 2 years. And within NAN, that's sort of the statistics that some of our communities deal with. And coming to Whitefish Bay was actually a response to a request from AJ White and from their youth council. And they reached out because they borrowed the model of the youth council that we have for the Decade for Youth. The NAN Decade Youth Council, we put together, a set of bylaws and just put together different positions that the young people could hold, all with the aim of giving young people a voice, in the solution to the suicide epidemic.
I lost a lot of good friends to suicide, and this summer I'm trying to get some kind of thing going on here this summer, and I hope everyone else here will help me. And like working with these guys, it's fun because you get to throw something out.
We'd like to explore what young people can do to address the suicide issue, because it's young people that are committing suicide. So it's not like leaving it up to the leaders.
Melanie Goodchild was able to express a lot of feelings, and she really enjoys working with the young people and really helping out the young people, and that's really a positive thing for us to see that too. And we're really pleased to know someone like that.
And so when we developed our suicide prevention initiative at NAN, we didn't really want to look at why do young people kill themselves. They're probably dealing with something so painful they just can't take it anymore, right? So they want to end the pain. And so with suicide, what we try to do is we look at why people choose life, okay?
In a close-knit community, everybody knows everybody in this community, but it's just been falling apart the past few years. And I think it's just due to the fact that alcohol and drugs are just becoming so accessible. It's getting to people, it's getting to families, it's getting to relationships. So I came together with my friends and I said, let's start a youth council. Let's band together. Let's do something about this.
Sometimes you just wonder what do we think when they go through this? And people say it's boring around here and there's nothing else to do, and they don't know that there's more out there, so they turn to suicide. And I just hope that there's something that this youth council in Whitefish can do something, because I have a little brother. He just turned 14. And I don't want him to get into drugs or alcohol and I try to tell him that there's finish high school and there's more out there than just here. I'm just scared. Just for everybody.
And I just want to say, be grateful for every day you have. Take advantage of what you have. Don't just slack off and walk away from it. Stay with it all the time. There may be days when you feel like there's nothing to do, but in reality, you are doing something because you're realizing that there's nothing to do, and so you gotta do something about it. You gotta stand up. You can't look at your ceiling and say nothing is ever gonna happen. Hey, Rich.
And young people tend to want to do something about it. And that's where it becomes frustrating, when you sit back at home and say, what can I do? And one of the things we can do is create an environment, create an atmosphere where the strengths that we got from our traditions and our culture are welcomed again.
Let's all go down to the lodge, to the place a long time ago. We will swim, sweat, sing and dance. That will help repair our tattered souls. Helping spirits guide the wounded hearts. Let the sacred journey go.
Here at a camp just 90 minutes from Vancouver, the Ayataway program is introducing at-risk youth to physical and cultural activities to help them build strong minds, bodies, and spirit.
About 6 years ago, our chief Sakio Siam initiated a camp for kids, and he wanted to call it Ayataway. What he saw in the community was a need to support one another. Some of our children live in the community. Some of them are in good situations. Some of them are a little bit in rough situations. We have children living in foster care, off reserve, or maybe they're living with their parents off reserve in difficult situations. And some of them are not in touch with their culture. And some of the children are what we call at risk. So they may be at risk of choosing things that are not healthy for themselves. Maybe starting to experiment with drugs or alcohol, or having behavior issues. So our camp is an opportunity for them to learn about values that are important to Squamish people.
Osiam, Tadaya, Taman Manchit. Good morning, everyone. Path Kukwal. Just like to thank you for joining us this morning. This river here, it's a lot of what Ayataway is all about. It's about learning how to take care of yourself. This time in your life, you guys are all changing from young children to young adults to teens. This water here, it's for you to use as a cleansing ceremony to take care of yourselves. When you go in this water, you open your heart, you open your mind, and share a prayer for your family, for your friends. Be thankful for a beautiful day that we're about to share.